Oh boy.
Did it work?
I mean, I think so. Who's to say?
Still says
Who
imagine.
knows?
Who
I
knows?
certainly don't.
Oh, they see us.
Do they see
Oh
us? Do they
jeez.
hear us? Oh, hot mic. I'm assuming that means
Look,
something's on.
hey everyone.
Oh, is there two of me? How is there two of me?
There's only one of each of you. That's
You're unique.
I can guarantee that. Look, this has been a while since our last Inside of Blaseball, so hello everyone, welcome. Every time we forget entirely how to do this. I just refigured out my entire audio setup. We just moved things around for like 20 minutes, but we made it. We're here. Look at us. Look at us. Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Wait, Elena, can you explain that to everyone?
I haven't. Do I still have an echo, or is that someone? Is that someone's voice?
Is there an echo?
They're saying my voice only has an echo.
What?
Wait, is that what? There's a lot of echo. Is it just me? How is it just me?
Oh man.
Oh, Sam too. Oh,
Everyone
that's
that
not great.
isn't Joel is Echo, is what's going on. So Joel,
Joel!
you've got it running twice somehow. Yeah.
We were having audio problems
And
earlier.
thanks to everybody for tuning in.
Oh, wait,
for
it's
Inside
over.
of
It's good now.
Blaseball.
Did you really like my pivot away from explaining Sky's the
Says
limit?
the Echo
we haven't
is
forgotten.
fixed
Don't worry.
now. Everything's fine, and Joel can live again.
Is that actually true?
I don't know. It says the Echo is better now.
Seems okay.
It seems. It didn't seem bad to me before,
What would
but that
be
doesn't help because
a Blaseball without audio issues?
every single audio. No.
I can hear you.
I can hear you just fine. What are
They
you
can no
talking
longer
about?
hear you.
Oh no.
No, Joel's muted on purpose, guys.
Wait, what?
That's the
So,
echo.
okay, so here's the deal. If Joel's mic is not muted, all y'all get an echo. If Joel's mic is muted, you can hear all of us. So we get two choices. You either hear us and we speak for Joel, or the more interesting version is that Joel speaks for all of us and has to do basically.
Let's have a quick
Joel can
election.
explain Sky's the limit.
See what we should do.
We're very quiet now.
It does say we're very quiet now, so yeah, maybe we could. Maybe there's like a.
Can Joel hear us?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear him.
Okay.
They just can't hear him.
Joel.
Okay.
Headphones.
How about that?
Other people, we got all talks.
Can you hear everybody now?
1, 2, 3. Should we do the counting thing again? No.
No. Yeah.
The counting thing was not meant to be done the way we did it.
Oh, it's loud now? Oh, now I'm loud. Okay. Welcome to Inside of Blaseball, where we spend 20 minutes figuring out. So, okay.
Everyone else quiet, Joel very loud.
Why?
What did you do?
I don't know. I went into.
This is what you get for whatever thing you did in a past life.
I hate to. What if I just whisper? Is this okay?
Then they were saying they can barely hear the rest of us, that we sound like we're very far away.
Oh, okay. Well.
I feel like that's okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Inside
okay.
of Blaseball.
Oh hey,
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while. Missed everybody.
It's not as fun when they can't hear you talk.
Thanks for bearing with us. We snuck this one in right
Yeah.
under the wire at the end of the month.
We can talk about Minecraft for a while. That's all I've
We can
ever
talk
wanted
about
to talk
Minecraft.
about. I've been playing
Minecraft.
Minecraft. A bunch of other people have been playing Minecraft. Joel's been playing Minecraft, but he can't talk about it because Minecraft also hates Joel. By the way, he literally can't enter the world without having to be murdered by someone to even spawn.
Dear.
It's very funny. I get to murder him a bunch.
I was gonna say, is that because you keep murdering him, or is that because that's mostly you saying you keep murdering Joel every time?
Very
he
funny.
gets on. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I got killed by crocodiles like 4 times. It's modded
So
Minecraft.
I'm not
very
into this
obviously.
crocodile mod. Like I've been
I
listening to the
hate
mod
it.
you're playing, and it looks very scary. Like
It is
looks,
very scary, and it
Yeah.
doesn't help that we're surrounded.
Wait, well, how about this? Can you hear the buzzing now? Now, yeah, you can hear the buzzing. Wait,
No buzzing. It's good. Just Joel. That's a start.
we're back to the me loud thing now, I think, where it's me loud.
But I think you're like normal and everybody else is quiet.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Oh boy.
They all turned it up to hear us. That's why you're loud. I think you're like a normal level, but we're quiet.
Yeah. So. Oh
they said
boy.
they can hear me. Wait, they can hear me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're back to the problem. They can hear you again. The buzzing has stopped. Even now, I'm very, very
Why
loud.
don't you just turn your mic down and then our Zoom audio up?
Yeah, it says everybody quiet except for Joel.
Wow, hold on. That's
You have a-
spirit and religious. That is the voice of God over there. I love that.
Wait, am I really loud?
No, it's just the
No,
echo.
you're just so echoey.
Some
This
reverb.
room is empty.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, we can tell with the amazing reverb.
How's that?
Sounds glorious.
How's that, everyone? Is it
Those plants
Whoa.
are not doing your
You're
sound.
low.
You're quiet, Joel. Hey, you're
now?
You're
I'm quiet.
to us.
very quiet.
Okay. Well, how about now?
Yeah,
Oh
That's good.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
we're fine.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Are
now
we
turn on
quiet?
the
Can you
Are we
hear
there?
us?
Are we in?
Are we here?
Up.
Did we do it?
Up.
Oh, it hasn't been that long. I was like, we spent like 20 minutes on this. It's only been like 5
Their
minutes.
their
No, it's
theory
just
is
been a
that
bit.
they're hearing us through Joel's system.
How's
and I
that?
don't think that's true.
How's
I
that?
think it's that there was like a weird.
Audio's
All right, we're
doesn't
in.
make
Oh!
sense.
Everybody's pretty quiet, but it's good enough. Let's go.
We got a good enough.
First call.
Good enough. Let's get this going. Is what somebody said.
No.
Let's do it.
Sorry, guys.
Now the problem is that.
Also, for the record, I did write it back. Hold on,
Stop!
it's flipped
Stop!
again.
Stop! Now the problem is you guys are just like absurdly loud to me. Like.
Perfect. We can work with that.
Hey, Joel. Joel.
Alexa, play Despacito.
Just stand very far away, Joel.
All right. Welcome to Inside of Blaseball. Thank you for everyone. Thank you to everybody that is hanging out with us and watching us do audio live, and everybody that submitted a question. We're gonna try to go through your questions as quickly as possible. I mean, within a lightning round format. Did Joel die? Where is he?
Well, Joel's neighbors can hear us, so you know.
Okay.
There he is.
You good?
How you feeling?
Sports Hub
Can you hear me?
is saying Joey T. Badger is offering to do an emergency inside of
He's
Blaseball
like,
stream.
he says it's
Hold
too, Bill
on.
can't do it. It's too
You
much.
guys, you do your thing. I'm gonna figure out how to do this on my side.
Throw some earmuffs or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
do you guys? Should I read the questions? Should we just jump into this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So
Joel run.
the
No one can
first
hear that,
question
promise.
is anonymous. Oh, and anybody that doesn't know that is new to Inside of Blaseball, the Bloodhouse has people at the Inside of Blaseball tier on our Patreon have submitted questions. We really appreciate all the support, and we will try to get through all of them. If there are spoilers, obviously we can't give those out, but we will do our best. So to start, what's everyone's favorite bird?
I forgot all the birds that exist.
You forgot all the birds?
Owl. I like the owl.
Owls are cool. What kind of owl?
Barn.
Okay.
Trying to remember an owl that's not
I was
snowy.
thinking penguin or what's that bird called that looks like it's from the Dark Crystal?
Vulture.
No, not a vulture. It looks like a Muppet. It's in like a menacing Muppet.
I know what you're talking. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
The shoebill.
Is it a shoebill?
The shoebill. The like weird Muppet looking
The
thing.
one,
with the
yeah,
big
it's
feet.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's 10 feet tall.
It's not. It's like 4.5 feet tall, which is weird, or like almost 4 feet, which it looks like it should be so much bigger, but it isn't. Yeah, I love those.
Well,
things.
at forced perspective, it looks like 10 feet
I'm
tall.
a-
That thing's also red.
I'm a good old chicken fan. I like a good.
Oh, yeah.
I almost said chicken, but then I thought it was a
Yeah.
little too
love
cliche.
chicken.
I
want a good ostrich.
No, they're evil.
They're evil.
They're albatross.
Wait,
They're
explain me.
scary.
Very bad taste. I think the
Just naming birds.
I think if it's too
You're tasting
the problem
birds
is if
like
they
a
get
lot
really
to do
tall, they're like dinosaurs now, right? Like I don't think an ostrich is a bird. I think that's a dinosaur. That's like a legit dinosaur.
Yeah. They're barely. They
dinosaurs
can't
are
fly.
cool,
They're
too.
barely
The
birds.
cassowaries. Cassowaries aren't birds. Those are terrifying creatures of death.
Cassowary.
The babies are cute though.
We haven't even made it 5 minutes into the stream before somebody told me I had bad taste.
Yeah.
Don't appreciate it.
I mean, you also microwave your tacos, my guy. So everything's cardboard's a
Okay,
7.
Oh, do we have the timer going? I know.
No, Joel's busy.
What do you want me to do?
This question.
Look. Okay, wait. I gotta try a thing really quick, so bear with me just for a second. You know.
Oh, chocobo. Yeah, that's cool.
Chocobos aren't real though. They don't. You can't just
Still,
say your
still a
favorite bird is
bird.
not a real bird.
So if you do want to sidebar with
Big
Zweihack,
bird.
that's probably a use. If you want to tech, that's someone. There is someone. Wow, I feel like I might be.
What are you saying? What are these terms? What are these terms you're saying? You're just saying words that don't mean anything.
Okay.
Do I want a sidebar?
With like someone who's used to managing tech at all, but I feel like we're too far in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone
this
too
is-
far.
This is too late. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
Don't
here,
cost
I'm trying this.
Ozzy.
I'm trying this one thing. If there's buzzing starts, let me know. Okay. How we doing? Buzzing. Buzz. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I think they can hear me and they can't hear anyone else, which is fine.
Hear us, right?
Okay.
So that's what you did is you unmuted your source and then you.
Wait, I'm remuted again?
Well, we're back to what we were before, where it's very, very loud for me. But okay, the next question. I'll try again after the next one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Joel, do you have a favorite bird?
Sparrow. Next question.
Okay. What were some of the most memorable ideas, discussions, debates that came up in regards to season 12? Deciding on expansion team names, worms, no astronauts, what the heck? Or trying to fix active versus passive coin gain, or deciding on what number to limit the number of snack pack slots to. What were some of the most memorable ideas, discussions, or debates about season 12?
Well, it's funny. I think things people think we debate about aren't debates. Like the team names and like the slots are very quick discussions. We tend to like deliberate over really wildly minutia nonsense things sometimes. Like whether the idol icon should have arms or not. That took us like 3
What the
days.
stadium page looks like.
Yeah, that took like the idol icon having arms or not took us like 3 whole days. But
I think we redesigned the stadium page like 5 times.
yeah, but like what's its name teams that was already that had been decided for a long time. Those teams have existed for a long time. So
For the record, the Worms have been around since forever.
Yeah.
Since Blaseball started.
Yeah, you can see the number of championships they won.
Yeah, we know. We were just waiting for them to join the league, though.
yeah,
The snacks were an interesting discussion. Because what we were looking for a way to give everybody more variety in their betting strategy on a week by week basis, and there's a number of different approaches you can take to that. You can we had already introduced like a way to like kind of permanently upgrade things, and we're now going to introduce a way that you would not always have the things that you had selected forever in Blaseball. So we talked about different structures for that and looked at a number of different roguelike style structures and roguelite style structures, just different progression systems for like not the one that you see in the game, and have all voted to modify as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really. Most of
I like that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we don't really debate about like normal things.
Yeah.
It's true too.
we're also really good at coming to a consensus like pretty quick. The things we debate about are the possibility space of Blaseball is so big that honing it down to the things we want is actually like where we spend a lot of our time. Is just being like, which thing are we going to do next? And because we have a lot of things in our minds for what is possible,
Yeah.
so
Naming mods.
It's not the right word there.
Naming mods is always like that's one of those tough ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes like God, which one?
Naming things and picking colors.
Picking colors is hard.
Yeah. Yeah. We have. There's a lot of work going into picking colors.
Yeah. Are you guys ready? Can I try something again? Are you
Yeah.
guys ready? Are we ready for
Yeah.
another?
There you go.
Just
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ready?
Woo,
Let's
beep,
do
beep,
this.
beep,
Let's try a new one.
All right. What am I trying? I'm gonna do this. This is gonna change to this. No. This is gonna change to. Oh boy, what am I doing? This. Okay, someone say something.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay. One more time.
I don't think. I mean, again, if you're
it's the same.
recording your speakers, then okay, they can hear something. They hear it completely the same. They say.
Yeah,
Some
this
people
is
say
literally.
maybe it sounds better, which is like just them. It's just hopeful. I think
Placebo.
It's hopeful. Everybody else is singing Talking Heads.
Oh wait. Here we go now. Maybe. One more time. Say something.
Now, this is the last name.
Something.
So the thing is, here's some tech.
Same as it ever was.
They're
Inside
just always saying.
inside the tech of Inside of Blaseball. Are you ready? It's for some my mic is picking up the Zoom audio, which previously it never did. It never did that, and I had it separately as audio output. But now it's all coming through the mic, and it seems everything's set up just about the same as it normally is. Riddles.
Remember, guys, Joel can't log into Minecraft without getting killed. It's not a Joel doing a bit. This is just Joel can't figure out this audio. I think his computer's just like that.
The only ones suffering right now are my neighbors, which, like...
Should we go to the next question?
Next question.
All right, sure. Given that the sim is written in JavaScript and y'all experiences with Unity, so I don't know.
called
So
C#.
how did you go? Okay. So how did you
Or
go
is it?
about
Wait.
learning JS, and what are your favorite quirks with it?
Oh
Did
wow.
I get that right?
Favorite?
Oh, yeah, C sharp. I like JavaScript. It's so broken, but I like it because it's broken. I knew JavaScript when I got it. My favorite thing about JavaScript is that the random function doesn't work.
C sharp.
What?
Huh? What? Huh? Who's saying what?
This is great.
There's a lot of things I like about C sharp that we don't have in JavaScript. I like strongly typed languages, so we actually opted in. We're using TypeScript, so it does compile into JavaScript. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
still get,
technically
like, all
it's.
the great static class, static types and stuff,
Yeah.
which is nice. And then yeah, we still
So
have
much better already.
JavaScript abilities to do things you probably shouldn't, and we sometimes take advantage of that.
Yeah, it's very flexible.
Yeah.
Very flexible.
Yeah.
How I learned it was just like Roldan's good at figuring new stuff out, and then I'm very good at looking someone else's code and figuring it out from there. So,
Yeah.
like, also
Yeah.
writing code in a language you know and then converting it over is what we did at first, and that's actually also a good way to learn because like you know everything that the code is supposed to be doing, and you just have to figure out the syntax, right? Like that's how the main simulation was written, and that greatly helped me. Like, I think the first thing I wrote in actual JavaScript totally was the schedule code, and that arcane nonsense hasn't changed since then. So, yeah, that was a learning experience. But yeah,
Hey Joel,
yeah.
I have a new thing for you to try that doesn't involve OBS. It involves Zoom only.
Oh, okay.
So apparently, at the bottom left of the headphone symbol, so in the bottom left of Zoom, at the headphone symbol, there's a tab menu where you can change where the audio output comes through, and that's the one they want you to just fuck around with.
That's that was the last thing I was trying. So I changed it to.
Right.
I changed it to my multi-output device. Tech terms. That's a term for a device that's multiple things.
Well, that was Soundflower. I think the most important thing for people trying to backseat tech drive right now is that Joel is on a Mac, so you'll need to remember that. That's a big part. So if you're trying to backseat drive from a Windows machine, you are basically helpless at this point. Sorry.
Yeah, but so yeah. The problem is that I'm on a Mac trying to do this. That's the thing. The problem is that I'm running this. Like, I don't know. This was such an offhand thing at the beginning of all these streams where it was like, well, who's going to do this? And I was like, I don't know. My internet's good. And look, flash forward to now where this. Let's do another question, then we'll come back.
Okay. And that last question was from Fox. So thank you, Fox, for the question. This one is from Anonymous. The monitor now has to wear two hats, a hatless hat as monitor of the hall and a chef hat as chef monitor at the concessions, and it's absolutely adorable. How many hats can we expect one giant squid to wear for Blaseball?
Let me get a squid.
I don't know how many hats can. I was gonna make a joke about like
one
how
for
many.
each tentacle.
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't really. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, I mean, the monitor is definitely call it a promotion, I guess, but seems like a what is this? Very nice.
Oh. Are you suggesting that the monitor needs to wear a monitor hat?
Oh, maybe.
Wow,
that killed the banter, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
The monitor is being asked of the monitor. The monitor, at least, is running a concession stand, making the snacks, I guess running the register, has a hand in the hall still, or a tentacle or whatever. So,
Yeah.
Hold on.
Solidarity
We're
with
not
the
gonna talk
monitor.
about the squid hat at all. Felix.
Oh.
Where did that come from? Where'd you get that?
This is a handmade octopus plushie that I wear as a hat because it fits my tiny head. And it's lovely. A friend of mine made it in town in Toronto. I bought it off their Etsy. I've never pulled it out, but I've thought about doing it a lot. And I wanted to buy it a little chef hat so it could...
Oh, hat on the hat.
Yeah, but I don't have a chef hat anymore, so... but I can make him. This is very fun.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing. Are you guys
Yeah.
ready? Are you ready? Woo woo! All right. Just ignore me. Okay.
A screenshot too of what you can try. Okay.
Can you hear us? We're waiting. Oh, they said fixed.
That they
Yeah.
cannot hear Joel. But non-Joel sounds great.
This is just them saying we don't want to listen to Joel.
That's what we were talking about before, is that we would have to speak for you with these problems.
Why doesn't someone? No, this is a bad idea. Don't do this. Never mind.
All right.
Is any okay?
Next question, and then I'm gonna get it next time. I promise. Here we
Joel
go.
is saying
Everyone
he's
can
gonna
hear
get it
me now?
next time. Next question.
They can hear me
Sorry,
again.
I'm gonna translate for Joel. I'm gonna need Joel's speaker for a while.
They can hear me
Okay.
again now. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Does clutch exist in Blaseball? Is it a physical object? And if it is, what does it taste like?
Wait, clutch?
Mhm.
What do you
Is
mean
this
by
like a-
clutch?
Like being a clutch player.
Yeah, that's what they mean. Yeah, like when you talk about in baseball, when you're like, oh, that player's so clutch. First of all, does it exist in actual baseball? I don't know. Does it exist in Blaseball?
I said Blaseball.
I know, but it also, this conversation also exists in baseball.
Got it. Okay.
As someone who doesn't know anything about sports, the answer is no in real baseball, because I don't understand how anyone could be clutch in baseball. It's not like, it's not fast paced enough. I don't think it's like.
I also
No,
think like,
you can be. I disagree. I think you can be clutch in
I think
baseball.
well, the problem
It's a
is
mental thing.
this happens with the Blue Jays a lot, where they actually have like what would in any other sport be described as multiple clutch players. They hit home runs all the time. The problem is they only hit singles because they all hit home runs all the time. So no one ever gets to friggin' base. So you never actually have a winning game because you all hit single, like just home runs, and you only got up to about 6 for the whole game, while your defense.
Is it buzzing? Oh no. Okay, are we back
All
to
the
it?
audio's gone.
Oh my god.
Hang on, wait, we gotta wait for the.
I think we're back. I think
Okay,
we're back.
yeah,
We're back. Okay.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
I think you should unplug and plug in physically cables of some sort.
Yeah,
Just
as you
touch
jiggle a
everything.
cable, what's buzzing?
This is
Somebody said stop touching. I disagree. Just touch everything now.
This is, yeah. Hey, let's just finish the stream, and I'll just go I'll go apologize to my neighbors personally after
But
this.
it's
It's just it's so loud. I'm wearing these headphones right now, not to hear you guys, to block out the sound from I had the end of that answer is the clutch does exist in Blaseball, and it's called high pressure. It is a modification. If a lot of the stuff like that. If it's a mod, if a mod gives you some sort of clutch ability, then that's clutch, right? Like if you bat better with runners on base, what could be more clutch than that?
Does it taste like anything? Is the question.
Does clutch taste like something?
Is
Yeah.
clutch a physical object, and does it taste like something?
It tastes like high pressure water, I think.
Just
Water?
high pressure water has a flavor.
Easy.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay. So after the Peanuts decree happened, all players named Dan in the league had their names changed to Peanut. So here's my question to you all, as writers. Why Dan's? Was there another name you'd all consider to have replaced with Peanut?
Yeah, so...
That was from, sorry, that was from Skates. Thank you, Skates.
Oh boy, this one, yeah. So the answer is that we were looking for a basic-ish name that had 3 instances in the league, and Dan fit that bill. Now, I've known some Dans in my life. We won't dive into that one, but yeah.
Joel, I definitely remember when you made that. Joel, this is a Joel decision right here. I definitely remember like you going through some of the changes that you made, and just being like, oh yeah, and I like changed every player that named Dan to Peanut, and then just kind of moved on.
Yeah, it was definitely said in passing. And it was like one of those, Joel was tired, and it was just, yeah, and then this happened, kind of like stopped, and then just rolled with it. But yeah, worked out.
I'm really happy that that code didn't execute until after the coffee cup. Otherwise, I would have been bug capture roll nuts, and I really did not want that to happen. So
Roll Peanut,
roll Peanut, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try one thing. Ready?
Oh my god.
I know. I'm sorry. Like, listen. I just want this. It's just maybe this is it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if this is it?
Yeah. Does everybody think this is it?
It probably is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Give me
That
some.
record's really strong.
Give me some thumbs up or something. I don't know.
Let's
Like,
give this computer some good vibes, so it will.
I need-
It will work for sure this time.
I need your good vibes. I need your good vibes. All right. Let me click the button. Ready? How about that? Did that? Now I can't hear you guys. What? No, bad. Bad. Wait. No. Okay, I'm going back. We're going right back to the... No!
It does sound like something's actually
Yeah.
like, broken in a different way than it used to be. Like it really does.
Yeah, it was
Like,
broken in a different way the first time, the originally.
Well,
Okay.
that buzzing is not normal. Like that's not a thing that you just get out of
Okay.
a different setup, like a weird setting, right? So yeah.
Here we go. Okay. I'm not changing anything further. I'm not going to click any more buttons. Next question. This is it. We're just finishing the stream. Let's do it.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Next question. Kind of weird that we have a team based in Hades, but dead players go to a different place. What's the deal?
How's that weird?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, isn't
What's
Hades?
so weird about that?
Isn't Hades the passage? Oh no, it's not. That's the River Styx.
No, that's
Yeah.
the River Styx.
I don't understand what's so weird about that.
Yeah, it's just
Hades is a place.
it's Hades is the spot way down under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of places that dead people and players go, right? Like, these are
Where?
cemeteries.
No, in Blaseball.
There's cemeteries in Blaseball, right?
Oh no.
There's got to be. They're immaterial cemeteries,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Just don't add.
I don't know.
Just riffing.
This is everything I say is just my headcanon, okay? If it's on the...
Joel is the opposite of the word of God.
yeah, I'm not. This is just my headcanon. If it's on the site, it's canon. That's the rule, right?
Yeah.
Do we remember where Hades came from?
Greek
Greek mythology?
No,
I mean...
I know that. I meant like the decision to put Hades in Blaseball.
Oh, yeah, I just typed it in.
Okay. Awesome.
We thought it sounded cool, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like, there was a big old list of teams, and all of them exist, and that one was neat, and it made it into the league.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it would be unfair if the dead players went to a team
Yeah.
specifically only.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
That'd be unfair. So of course there's a different place. I don't know.
Anyway, never look back, IMO.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay, here's an easy one. This is softball.
You sure?
We'll see.
Yeah, I thought the last one was. Does the weather dial get cranked over the course of a season, or is that just how it feels?
It does not. Definitively, we never touch it during the season. We play with the dial a little bit between seasons. That's all we do. And it's like we're only touching it a little bit. It's not like we like absolutely crank the dial for one season or another. We just like make some small tweaks.
The fans kind of crank the dial mid-season.
That's true. Like that's the ballparks changing certain things about your ballparks is one of the main places. It's the only place now where you will actually be able to change it during the season.
Yeah, we kind of handed
We're
the dial
talking
over to you
about
all.
a physical dial and putting it up right behind Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I considered.
Yeah.
I
Well, no,
thought
like-
literally about going to like a Lowe's one day and just buying a big wheel, and then doing something with it. I don't know. I thought it'd be very funny.
Yeah, we do want to build a big dial that just sits behind Joel and he randomly just
Yeah.
nudges.
We're not allowed to have any cats.
Or like a cat bumps into or something. Cat bumps into it, hits it, and then half the league is incinerated.
I'll
Honestly, yeah.
I'll put a plant attached to the dial, and so when the plant grows, it'll actually just crank up the weather.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just I just like plants, you guys. So I just wanted to work that in.
Wheel of Forecast is very good.
Oh,
Chat.
that's smart.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Parker's favorite takeout? Does anybody know?
I don't.
I mean, anything specific,
No.
right? Because like I don't know.
I don't ask Parker a lot of personal questions.
Yeah.
Parker
I
often
really talk to
asks
Parker.
when Parker buys us lunch. Often asks if he can pick the place. Mentioned a thermopolium, but I don't know. No idea what that is.
I just don't let Parker buy me lunch because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a punk.
I just know
I
it's
bring my own.
not gonna get my order right. Like I don't know.
No, I don't trust him to place an order for me. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't trust him to not get it wrong. You know.
Parker's doing a great job as long as you give him a limited job.
You gotta
know,
give him
like-
a list
yeah.
too. You gotta write it
Yeah,
out.
not.
yeah.
Yeah, Parker's doing an okay job. All right.
He just forgets. He always forgets to say no ketchup.
Yeah.
It's nice that he pays though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
moving on.
nice.
That's a nice change. I'll say.
What are some common misconceptions about Blaseball that you all have encountered?
Nothing.
Common misconceptions.
I don't know.
I mean, early on, like when we were first kind of getting our friends into it before it even launched, I think a lot of people assumed it was like serious, like, oh, it's going to be like out in the park baseball or like a very kind of hardcore simulation. We really dove into it and thought it was a little bit different. So that can often be the first impression. I was like, oh, this is like an actual, serious sports simulation. Maybe not so much these days, but it used to be.
The other misconception that I see is the opposite, where people are unsure whether anything relies on it, whether there's a system at all, or if there's just random output constantly, and I have to say, no, there's a real sim. It's built. It has systems built into it, and the things that happen are dice rolls. But that doesn't mean that they're not based on anything, right? Like they are interlocking dice rolls that sort of work together to sort of provide us with all this emergent narrative that we talk about so often. But I think it is easy to look at it and ask, like, is there anything happening here, or is there too much happening here? And I think that's those aren't misconceptions. those are like reactions to seeing a lot of stuff on the screen, right?
I've also seen like, oh, they know how games are going to play out ahead of time, and also, oh no, they're building everything like live.
Right, it's a happy medium there.
Which is like, like a lot we plan well in advance. I know it doesn't always feel that way, and then we are also at the mercy of like the sim with regard to like how games play out.
Yeah, like this is not a misconception, but I keep coming back to it. It was like some of the most interesting, maybe all of the most interesting things that have happened in Blaseball were not us. Like in terms of like they were things the sim chose to feed us, right? Like the boss fight, the way it played, the boss fight itself planned, the boss fight and the way it played out not planned, right? Like that kind of stuff. So it is really interesting to see is what is conceived, what is like perceived to be us versus the sim, and how that gets mixed up. I think it's kind of magical that it gets mixed up. Like I don't want to always explain it. To be honest with you, I kind of like leaving it a little mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is also fun. I've said this before, like in interviews and stuff, but it's also fun to see like what the community decides like was something that was just like we didn't know about and was just going to break Blaseball, and then like watching that get echoed and then like a strategy form around that and stuff. Because we like as we said before, we spend a lot of time thinking about potential edge cases and things that could be found. So it's always fun to kind of lurk and watch the someone find something and then share it around, and then that spread. All right, moving on. Y'all are in the running for a Nebula Award, which is crazy. For the writers in the room, is there any piece of writing, game narrative, novel, or otherwise, that's jump-started your interest in narrative design?
That's a great question.
D&D? DMing?
It's a good answer.
Just like being able to write a story and have people respond to it. That was pretty cool as a kid, and I thought this would be neat to do. And now sometimes I get to do a little bit with all of you, and that's pretty fun. That's exciting.
This is in some ways such a conventional answer for a game designer to say, but the Souls games were really influential. Just seeing the way that they delivered so much of the narrative bits in a very kind of piecemeal way and didn't give you the whole story and encourage people to linger in message boards and forums and try to come up with their own interpretations together. They naturally had a community mechanic to them from the get-go, so that was tremendously inspiring.
Yeah, that was my experience with like Shadow of the Colossus, really. Just how pared down that was, and just leading with like systems and mechanics first, and yet like delivering an experience that like made me cry. I don't know.
This is a hard question. I don't know if I have an immediate answer.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any one thing. It's a mix of, I came up, writing movies and stuff like that, and then they're not the same thing. So it's like learning to write for games. It's like learning to write backwards, or learning to screenwrite backwards, basically, and inspired by like friends and my brother's games and different just artworks, and even stuff like tarot, which like is obviously not tarot really in Blaseball, but like
tarot is emergent storytelling.
No, I know, but I'm saying Blaseball's version of it is not.
Blaseball's
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like the actual thing is it's like a perfect work of art and a bunch of things in and of itself. So even stuff like that, I find inspiring.
That's so tough. It's so easy to answer when someone says like, "What's your favorite video game?" But what's your inspiration for getting into narrative design is like such a difficult thing to answer.
Yeah,
I find it of my life until this point.
Yeah, I find it hard. It's like I feel like it's important to just take in everything, like even things you don't like. Just like learn a little bit from everything you like participate in or read or play. Like. So I find it really hard. Someone asks me for a specific inspiration for certain things. It's just like always be listening and absorbing, and that's, I don't know. Maybe that's a cheap answer.
Like, it just there's no one answer. It's just like I fell into it and have worked on a number of different projects now, and like still write movies and stuff, but it's so different and it affords that interactivity and that, emergent narrative and like system, it just affords a different experience that you can kind of try new things with and flex new muscles with. So that was always just like a challenge to try something new and learn. And that's, so it's kind of just bringing everything into Blaseball, kind of. All right. Heavenly Evan asks, the 1-year anniversary of Blaseball is coming up. Are there any plans for some celebrations?
Baseball's been around for like 400 years, at least.
You know what my first,
At least.
my immediate first thought was that I'm just gonna take like a really good nap. Like that's my 1-year Blaseball celebration. Get some good rest. Yeah, but we should. That's a good question. I guess I didn't even think about. Time is so weird right now that I didn't even think about it as the 1 year.
So wild.
Yeah, end of July, really. I'm hoping that like at some point we can all be in the same place, because the majority, I think, of the people on this stream have not been in the same room together. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have
I've
never
been in the
met
same room as any of
you
you.
in person.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So-
actually, yeah. But the breakfast tacos, we'll do the breakfast
Tacos for sure.
Yeah.
Joel's making us
Yeah,
all
that's a
breakfast
great
tacos.
idea. Let's make that the anniversary celebration.
Right.
Make sure right now.
Breakfast tacos.
If
Yeah, I don't think the border will be open, but all of you should do that and then Zoom me.
Okay.
well, however, if we're in a situation where we can meet up, we will. If we can't,
Yeah.
then we won't, and we will just have breakfast tacos. And
I will find a place that sells breakfast tacos in this city.
perfect.
I'm sure there's one place.
Yeah. We'll find a way. And
All
you know
right.
what? Also for the 1 year, we will figure out how to run a stream. And we'll like do a cool stream. How about
Let's do a
that?
real stream for
We'll
once.
do a
can
real
finish-
stream.
Maybe we can finish Danger Zone versus the Tsushima Ghosts.
Oh,
Oh my God.
don't promise that. That's lost.
Okay, moving on. What are some advanced stat names that were never used? Are there any?
Oh, I don't think so. I was trying to come up with this because I saw this question. But I don't know. I think I can't remember at all. Yeah, I can't remember. This was like one of the first things
Say
that ever.
something- I was gonna say, usually if we say something in our writing process, like if we say something that is kind of funny to us, we end up having to like work really hard to like fit it in somewhere,
Right,
which
Yeah.
is not a great writing process.
right. But specifically with those stats, they were like almost the first thing that ever went into the game. So like, there was no part of me was like, oh, I should be careful about this. It's just the first things that I thought I put down into the code. So like, there was no extra ideas on that one. Like what?
It was like a psychic reaction
Yeah.
for
A
Joel.
lot of similar origin stories here, Joel. Hades.
I just wrote it down.
Just
Really?
typed it in.
No.
Just typed it in.
It was in a fugue state and just there it was. Yeah.
Like the Oracle is just
Can
Yeah.
you tell us what coldness is?
Coldness. Well, let me go
it's
look.
the experience of being cold.
Coldness is actually the absence of heat. So like,
Yeah.
Piggybacking on that.
Actually.
Piggybacking
Just
on
had
that.
to use the word actually there.
Morgan asks, where did the name Nolan Astofia come from? I can't find it.
also another one. I saw this question too. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I typed it in. I don't like. I really. This one.
Joel is
Here's.
merely a vessel for the
Yeah.
like merely.
We said
conveying and
the
conveying
The
to
Blaseball
the
gods
world of
give us the
Blaseball.
orders, and we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I have a guess.
Sim existed before Joel, and Joel is subject to its genius. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
I have a guess on this one. That at some point there was a short phase of name generation that I went to like a name combiner site, and it would just combine random names. And this may have been where that came from, but I don't know what names it would have been. Like Nolan and Sophia? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then there's more to that name. Like That it's just such a mystery. Did it?
I love all of like the insight that everyone gets on these.
Yeah, really love the process. Joel knew a lot of Dan's and he knew a lot of Nolan Stuffius.
At least one.
All right,
At least one, yeah.
Max wants to know, how do you decide which concessions will have each effect or trigger? That's fairly straightforward. We knew we have like a big list of snacks that do different things, and then we kind of brand them after the fact.
Yeah, we go with what they do, and then we decide what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're asking. I think they're kind of asking like why are certain effects certain snacks though? Like why is stolen bases pickles? Why are
Right. Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
think-
But so, sorry. Go ahead, Felix.
I think this is a. Oh, I'm blurry again. That's fine. I'm gonna be blurry for a bit. I think this is a really fun way for us to be indulgent. Like part of Blaseball is coming up with a lot of really good ideas, and part of Blaseball is pairing our good ideas with clever, funny, like visuals. And this is a total delight. Like coming up with the effects every week is fun, but then pairing them with a branded snack, like the idea that we have popcorn and stale popcorn is very fun, right? Like, and we have future ones that we've thought of that are like, or wet pretzels, etc. Like that. Those moments are way more about us indulging in our own wit, I would say, than game design, right? I think that's the most fun part. Is like those are really really fun cosmetic moments that we get to play around a little bit. But I don't know how we do it. We all sit in a room, and when we suggest something, if everybody either laughs or doesn't laugh but nods, it either means it was really funny or too funny, and no one wants to admit how clever it was. And
Yeah, we had like that happen today. It was just dead silence, and then that's funny. And then
then we were like, oh, okay, it's going into the game. Like we got okay, fine. We all agree it's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also like, which I think, on a very small scale, but is a something that I continuously preach with game design is like mechanics and system drive narrative, and always should. And so even with something as stupid and silly as like snack names, we had long meetings where we said to ourselves, like, just even internally, what does the function of this snack feel like thematically, or how does it speak to us? And then we said, that's a cheese board because it's fancy, or
yeah, it's fancy.
whatever.
It's fancy. Yeah. I love that we are able to play around with that a little bit and make them, anything you want.
Yeah.
I don't know who came up with wet pretzel. Joel. It's Joel. It's got
no? That was the
neural network.
The neural network
Yeah,
came up with.
That's right. You said that
One
last
of
time.
the other
Yeah.
co-authors of Voice.
I saw it. I locked it in and said we are going to use wet pretzel, but like that was just from the neural net.
And yes, pickle is for steals because base runners get caught in pickles. Some of that is just like
Funny puns. We're clever. Yay.
Also, the pickles look like bases.
Do they?
Blaseball is bad puns. We've said this like from the beginning. So yeah.
Yeah. Do pickles look like bases?
Well, they look more like bases than other food.
That's
Dude,
fair. I'll give you
chips.
that.
Well, chips are a bag. I'm saying the icon. The icon looks like bases.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
like
next-
pickle chips.
Next question.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Anonymous wants to know, where did my squirrel go?
Your squirrel's still there.
Yeah.
You
One
can't see it.
squirrel.
Speaking of
It's an
snacks,
invisible squirrel.
Speaking
where
of
did the squirrel go?
speaking of snacks.
Would you like squirrels to be a snack?
Oh.
Because where else would they go? That's where the squirrels went. That's why they're not in the store anymore.
Do squirrels hibernate? Because that's my answer if they do.
Yeah, they're
You
not.
have a squirrel, I promise. You just can't see it.
Yeah.
No, we're not putting squirrels as snacks. I'm not sorry about that.
We did have a conversation about that.
No,
That was a conversation.
let's move on before people keep talking about eating squirrels. Like, let's
Okay.
just get out of here.
What went into the Moab Sunbeams becoming the Hellmouth Sunbeams at the end of season 1? Was it a decision aimed at that team in particular, or was it something that could have hit anyone?
That was almost like one of the other answers was like, I don't know. It was one of those spur of the moment decisions, but that was one where we kind of did that as a writing staff together, where it was like we were figuring out the outcome of that the Forbidden Book, and I was like, we were gonna have I think Stephen, you came up with the Hellmouth, like incorporating the Hellmouth somehow, like the Hellmouth opens, and I was, and then I just spur of the moment was like, I don't know, what if the Hellmouth ate Moab, and it just felt right, like we didn't look back from that moment.
Yeah.
So
I distinctly remember the line, Hellmouth swallows Moab Desert being the first part of it. And
yeah,
then the relocation was the second thing. So I think that's a
Right.
kind of a rare example in Blaseball of a narrative line being a thing that actually does drive a change in the game design. So we're not like so hardcore about those rules. Every once in a while we'll switch up a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. M wants to know, what's the best way to eat potatoes?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I didn't like potatoes until very
Oh,
recently.
come on.
Yeah, I thought I didn't like them. But the real thing that was happening was that I wasn't having like interesting potatoes, right? I was just having sort of flavorless potatoes.
What do you mean you weren't having interesting potatoes?
Well, no one salted my mash. I don't know.
You're just eating, boiled potatoes?
Yeah, basically. I
It's like,
wasn't.
have you ever
Everybody in
seen,
the chat saying Lacus is correct. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
have you ever seen the movie The Turin Horse? Anybody? It's like this very austere art film. Okay, well, like one of like the few major things that happens.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going somewhere.
Uh-huh.
It's mostly just two people who are seen like living in this house. It seems like it's the end of the world. It's
Can't imagine why
massively
no one else
austere
has
and
seen
kind
this
of
movie.
depressing. It's great. It's a masterpiece. Everybody should watch it. One of like the big events that happens multiple times is they boil potatoes and eat them like blowing on it and by hand, just boil, and it will give you a panic attack.
Yeah, that already
is the
it's
wrong
currently
way.
giving me a panic attack. Yeah.
Swear to God, panic attack inducing.
Okay, so I did it
just
with a
watching
fork.
these two people like
Just
eat it
to
with
assure
it.
everybody, I did it with a fork. I guess like I didn't consider latkes potatoes. They were, like I was like these are their own delicious food, and I didn't consider. It's like saying jam is fruit in my world. Like I don't consider latkes like strictly potatoes. They're just too delicious on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess latkes is the right answer. Or the way these two people in this weird art film ate them. That sounds good too.
Can I say I think more
I mean, the
broadly?
movie's great, but
Can I just say more broadly? As long as potatoes are crispy and seasoned, like
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Keep the skins on. I don't want the skins off. I don't want that. Unless they got ricotta in there. I've had mashed potatoes with
What
ricotta
are you
cheese
doing?
mashed in there, and oh my goodness, it was
This is-
decadent.
What are you eating?
All right. Okay. This is
You can't eat that every day though. That's heavy.
when I saw this question ahead of time, I didn't expect this much passion to come out of our answer. It's potatoes. What's going on?
Why it's the dumbest question so far.
Let's
Well,
move
we knew it
on.
was gonna happen because as soon as
No.
you said it, Felix did that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
We got to. Let's move on. We're moving on.
what is the most unexpected thing to happen so far post Grand Siesta? Something that the sim did or didn't do? Fans reacting to something in a way you didn't think we would? What's the most
I
unexpected?
forgot
thing?
everything that happened.
I mean, the typo no blood was definitely very surprising to me. Not because like it happened, but because none of us sort of like.
You're talking about
predicted-
Chorby.
Yeah, the Chorby situation. Yeah.
What?
With the no balls, and so therefore no. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was surprising because it was an edge case that none of us had discussed, which we discussed a lot of edge cases, and this one just had never come up. So when it happened, we all went like, is it broken? Like, is it another, ground out to, what is the Thomas Racino hit a ground out to? Anyway, but yeah,
That's-
it's not one
Tosser.
of those.
Yeah.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
Sutton Picklestein.
Well, the
Oh,
Sutton Picklestein.
The sim blocking 2 necromancies in one election.
Oh. I want to go back to the Chorby thing really quickly though, because like we actually we didn't like change the functionality of the sim, but we like reworked pretty much all of that code over the Grand Siesta. So like the fact, like when it started up, I was expecting everything to go wrong with that sim, and then when the only thing that broke was that Chorby Short was just hitting like 100 foul balls in a row. That like
It was great.
Good day. Great day.
yeah, great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I was just gonna say the decree outcomes. I've been surprised about all the way through.
It's a good.
Yes.
All of the ones that we like in our writers meetings talked about, like this is clearly going to be the one that we think will pass. We were horrifically wrong about. So
Yeah, I really forgot everything that happened, so I don't have an answer.
It's a blur.
It's all a blur. I don't know.
Anybody else?
Next question.
All right. Let's see. This is from If Biff, author of Backup Questions. We know. Oh, okay. We know. I don't know if you can say this. We know that the crabs went up and climbed, but when they created a hole by planting their flag, they appeared to have brought back 3 other teams that appeared to be down themed. Should we be destroying our concept of up and down or above and below?
I would just say this very briefly by my answer would be, and then let's move on. How about that?
Okay. Moving on. From Max Cohen. How cool is that whole Blaseball vinyl, huh? Pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. I love it. It's very good. I've done some listening to it. It is mind blowing. I'm very into it. I'm thinking about getting just a large tattoo on my whole chest of the cover art because it's so good. What do you guys think?
Cover is very good.
Just
I think you should get on your back.
On my back?
I call your bluff. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I would get elements of that cover tattooed to my body. Absolutely. It's so beautiful, and the imagery on it is just so spot on. Like, it's been a joy to work with that whole team on that. So, yeah.
and how about the garages writing all of that music in like no time at all, and it's so good.
It's too much talent. I love it.
too much.
It's
Too much.
They're so good.
Thank you, garages. You're all perfect.
Yeah, get excited about that. Music is so good. Like, it is. Nobody's heard it, right? Like, do they have one song up on Bandcamp to hear right now? Is that?
Oh, we've heard it all, right?
Have we?
I just remember I've heard it. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about everybody else. I'm talking about
I
like.
get that now. I forgot that they haven't. So,
It's so good. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Turns out, in a shocking news, it's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is insane.
Should we sing any of the songs here, or?
No.
Okay.
You have to leak a song by singing it.
Yeah, we're gonna leak it. Here it goes. Next question.
Okay. What's your favorite piece of completely inconsequential lore?
I love Inky. I love that Inky got to hold the Blagon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think that calling it inconsequential is doing it a disservice, but mechanically it was inconsequential, so I love that. What a good Inky. What a good Inky. I'm not saying that just because I have an octopus on my head.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
You're being held hostage by.
I love the Beasley Workman story from last season when the two of those, or last era, when the two of those were separated.
Beasley Gloom.
Workman in the middle.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, Beasley Workman.
Yeah.
The two Glooms. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that
And then
one.
had to play against each other, and didn't Beasley immediately hit a home run off of Workman?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it the other way around?
I think it might have been the other way around. I think.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Mine is when the Tigger was talking the first time back in, I don't know, season 2, season 3, and then it decided to go to sleep or whatever, to just be a ticker and stop talking. I thought it was very funny.
I see people talking about Leech Ingram, and the leech off is like, I don't want to call it inconsequential because it's always, entertainment, pure entertainment. But like, man, I get excited for that leech off. Whew, what a good time. It stopped. It's still happening though, right? Now that the rotations are back to normal size. You guys don't know. You guys don't know. I'm talking to the Mints fan out there.
No, it is.
You guys know.
Has to still.
Yeah. Yeah, because they lost the Wyatts again. Yep.
I suppose there's a schedule in which it could not, but that would be sad, so I hope it still does.
truly have no idea what this is about.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Next question.
Next question. Okay, how is the game band enjoying the first 3 on, 2 off cycle? Do you think it has led to other improvements besides less burnout? That was from DeLaRoe.
Yeah. Was someone else saying something?
No, I was gonna ask what week we've been on. I don't know what day it is.
Oh, it's we're back in. We're back
pretty soon.
pretty
Monday,
soon,
right?
Elena. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so, but I don't know. I'm so confused. What day it is?
Yeah. No, it's been good so far. 3 seasons is still a lot of time, like a lot of Blaseball at one time. I think we've learned that, and I mean, this first 3 seasons we had a lot going on just in general. So, but just as like a 3-season, just narratively on the writing side, it's really nice to have a 3-season arc or 3 seasons to do something with. And yeah, it's been like just having these 2 weeks has been really nice. We've been able to prepare for a lot more for upcoming seasons. So like, I think we'll see more interesting stuff come out in the middle of an era than we had last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still playing with it. Like, I mean, we're committed to this 3 on 2 off thing, but like, we're definitely learning stuff from this, and we're taking notes, and you know, it's Blaseball, so we'll be open to changing stuff and finding the right formula. So
It's definitely
it's
helped
just
planning and building things. As Joel said, like I think we still underestimated just how intense Blaseball is. So yeah, 3 weeks of Blaseball is a lot of Blaseball. And then 2 weeks off is like we're still building Blaseball.
Very much on.
Yeah.
One this isn't quite about the 3 on 2 off schedule, but the actual Grand Siesta itself was enormously helpful since we really planned ahead, which we did not do as much the first time around, since we didn't quite know what we were getting into, and it felt different. Like Blaseball's still chaotic, it's still overwhelming, it's still difficult for us to get a handle on, but we did come into this era feeling a lot more prepared. And part of that was understanding, what people were liking about it, and just kind of getting into a rhythm. So we feel a little bit more like we're moving with some confidence now, rather than just scrambling to. Well, there's still some scrambling, but it's died down a little bit.
Yeah, I would just add to that, like, yeah, we had a lot. We had a lot up front. Like we were very prepared. We have a bunch of brand new systems that you saw in those first three seasons, and so like the pacing of 3 on 2 off is nice. I think a lot of what work we need to do is figuring out like how we use that time, what we bring into each season, and things along those lines. So yeah, 2 weeks off is nice though, I'll say.
Okay, next question. In a defense play, is defense calculated or rolled across the team and then a player's name is put on the result? Or is a player picked and their defense calculated and rolled?
So, okay, let me read this one more time. I'm trying to decide, I'm trying to know if I know the answer off the top of my head, and then if I want to answer it. So I will say just quickly, like defense it's a concept in the game that we've wanted to improve for a while and just haven't really been able to, just for one reason or another. So I'm hesitant to give an answer because it'll probably change. But yeah, that'll just be the answer. That's a good enough answer, right?
Yeah. Just completely not answering it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we could answer it.
Yeah.
So
There's
look at Slack, so I had to ask. I've been pinging you for like 5 minutes.
I'm not in Slack.
Okay.
What are you guys talking
about? Okay. Here's another one from Anonymous. How would your favorite Blaseball player have gone about freeing the big boat?
I feel like most of them, they would have just hit the boat with a very big bat, like a ball, and just seen what happened, I guess.
As a Crabs fan, I think the boat would have ascended.
Honestly, I think the fallacy of this question is I don't know if any of them would even attempt to move the big boat.
Nobody on the Fridays. Yeah, it would be chill. We would just hang out on the boat.
You know, like the boat could be a stadium for all we know in the immaterial plane.
Here's my pitch. We get all the fire eaters together, all in one place, and we incinerate each one so they all are magmatic, and then they all simultaneously hit like a super magmatic home run straight at the boat. Might explode the boat, but I think it would move it, right? What do you guys think?
Honestly, they just didn't explore that option, blowing the boat up. I feel like they would have fixed the problem way earlier.
I put my faith in the Miami Dolly to figure out.
Yeah.
And all things nautical, so.
The core mechanics maybe could do it. I don't know.
Oh, they could fix it. Yeah.
Just make the canal wider. Why didn't they try that?
I think that's.
Isn't that how they fixed it? Wait. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention for that one.
No, I think the moon fixed it or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something about the moon was involved. Who knows? I feel like the boat could have maybe moved the entire time and just decided not to. I don't know enough about boats.
Anybody else? Some boat theory? All right. How sanitary is it to eat concessions made by a squid? Does the monitor wash its tentacles and wear gloves? Definitely no gloves.
Yeah, I would think the monitor is already like constantly pretty clean, but not wearing gloves. There's no reason for the monitor.
The monitors literally said it was swamped and everybody voted for all you can eat. So, all of this concern for the monitor now. Am I being too antagonistic?
Yeah, we know you didn't want all you can eat, Steven.
No, I like it. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
No, I'm just kidding. It's good.
Monitor definitely washes their tentacles, so I no problem.
There's like 4 sinks. How many tentacles does a squid have?
The monitor is just all over the place, Like that's my head.
Yeah, the monitor, in my head,
grilling,
is
frying,
doing the thing from the
Sundays.
Pokemon from Detective Pikachu with the.
Oh
artillery.
yeah, with the one making takoyaki.
It's making,
so weird.
which I love that. It's the funniest thing in the world.
So
but
good.
That's what I imagine the monitor doing at all times. It's just like the Octillery in the every Pokemon ever, but Detective Pikachu specifically.
Man, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Molly wants to know: was evolution always going to do what we know it does now? Back in season 2, there was the popular evolution decree, and I'm wondering if plans for that changed between then and season 12.
Partially. Right, so we, from the beginning, knew evolution would be like a special modification. Is that right, everybody? You guys? Would you say that for sure?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we figured out some new stuff with it. And who knows? There might be more stuff that evolution does.
Yeah.
Could be.
Might be.
I think the idea, the kind of early high-level design ideas was that we could give things that were specific to the teams. So the mods that we later introduced, like only individual teams get them. So they kind of bring out the team's personality through that process was part of the high-level goal early on.
Yeah.
And then I will say that as we've discovered more of the immaterial plane and its cosmology and mythology, then we learned more about evolution. So, and maybe it does other stuff.
It definitely does other stuff. Anyway, next question.
Maybe definitely does. I lost the page. Hold on, there was a question about sandwiches. Where was it?
I got it.
Elena's got it.
Lioness on behalf of Moon says, please describe your ideal sandwich.
I love this question.
White bread, or like a white, not like whole wheat, just like a whitish bread, and not too crunchy. I want something soft. You got lettuce, you got mayo, you got spinach, you got ham or turkey, and then you have like a pepper jack or like a Swiss. And then you eat it. It's cold. I want a cold sandwich. Spinach is the main ingredient. There's a lot of spinach.
I would say sourdough bread is being involved. That's important for me, just personally. That's my only addition. It's my only. Otherwise.
Or a grilled cheese sandwich. That's the other one.
I want sandwich.
That's your perfect.
Because I can't eat sandwiches right now. I don't have a bite. My teeth don't meet. They don't go together. So it's really hard when I bite into a sandwich. Like all the ingredients just sort of like slide out, and it's very sexy. And I pride myself on that. And so, but I am really looking forward to someday when I can chew properly after these braces come up. Where I can like bite into a sandwich and like crust. I love crust, but I can't bite through it in a sandwich. So a lot of the time I'll like cut them off and then eat them separately, which is not the same experience. Like it's just not as good, Or like very toasty bread, like bread that has a crunchy top. That's also really nice that I can't do.
I don't like crunchy bread.
Recipes. I want like a book of sandwiches that I can just blast through once I can chew.
Your food answers are just today. Unbelievable.
Is your sandwich gonna be a 7 or is it gonna be higher?
But here's my sandwich. Everybody go to google.com, type in Bay Cities Godmother.
Oh, Bay Cities.
Google
I was
image
gonna
search.
say Bay Cities
No,
as well.
I'm not gonna Google it.
Yep.
I was old.
Their bread is so good.
That was
So good. That's
Oh,
kind of
this is what I want.
We had Bay Cities a lot when our studio was in Santa Monica. By a lot, like every day.
Oh my god, these look
Very,
so
very good. It's so good.
Yeah, Bay Cities is
I
great.
want to eat this. I can't.
I talked about this.
would be a mess eating these, but
I talked about this on the Cozy podcast. I grew up northeast Massachusetts, and all over there are roast beef sandwich shops. And it's like my favorite thing, but I don't eat meat anymore. So it would be like recreating a Nick's famous roast beef sandwich, but plant-based that tastes exactly the same. I would just eat that for the rest of my life.
I just want to clarify, I don't really eat sandwiches, so I only eat that sandwich like
tell
once every 6 months. Don't shame me for my sandwich, okay? It's an indulgence I have like once every few months. I really don't eat sandwiches. I kind of hate them. They're kind of like one of the worst kinds of food. There's a lot of work that goes with sandwiches.
Wow.
But not a lot out of it.
But I think
Wow.
Here's part of it though. Part of a sandwich is someone else making it for you.
Yeah, this is me making my own sandwich because I don't go to sandwich shops because I don't like sandwiches.
What?
I think if you're not used to it, Joel, like I think if you love making sandwiches, it's a lot like cooking in general. Like if you love cooking, then you get a lot out of it. But if you don't, then a huge part of it is someone else making it.
I lived alone for a really long time, and well, not that long, but a pretty decent amount of time. And the amount of stuff you have to buy to make a sandwich is absurd. You have to eat sandwiches every day, basically, to use all the stuff. I was so sick of eating sandwiches in college because I had to buy. Whenever I bought sandwich food, I had to make like 10 sandwiches to eat up everything before it went bad because the bread goes bad in a week.
Bread, that's
Okay.
the problem.
Okay.
You can't get like a half loaf of bread, or just like a little bit. You've got to get this massive amount. And then you like put it in the refrigerator, put it in the freezer, and it's never as good. I'm with you.
This
And
is
then
so.
I'm not gonna go to a sandwich shop if I'm gonna get takeout. I'm just gonna get something I like better than sandwiches.
You guys-
Now that you're an adult. Now that you're an adult.
Now that I was an adult in college.
I can't recommend enough getting a bread maker, like a little one. I have a Zoji Rushi that makes little half loaves. And that's the key now. Is like we at home we put the ingredients in, we leave it overnight. The whole apartment smells like
too much
fresh
work,
bread in
no.
the morning. It's so good. And then in the morning you have a little half loaf, and you go through that pretty quick, like 3 days. Is what you can get out of that. So that's really nice. I highly recommend that.
Also, everyone's saying freeze your bread. That's already too much work. I have to
It's the same,
unfreeze my
though.
bread
It's
now.
never the same, too. Yeah.
Then I have to unfreeze. Then I have to take the bread out in advance to make this sandwich.
Also,
I'm
just
just
say
saying-
a half loaf at the deli if you go get it. If you go to the bakery in your grocery store, they often will sell you a half loaf.
Do you all know what
I've-
steak bomb subs are?
No,
No.
No, it's fine. Do you know? No one
We
knows.
spent so much time at the beginning of the stream with audio issues. Let's do sandwiches for a while.
Okay. Well,
No, go ahead. No, I want to hear
I was
your
just
sandwich.
gonna say I miss steak bombs too. But...
Really sorry to Joel's neighbors. I'm sorry, Joel's neighbors. If you have sandwich opinions, please tell Joel what they are. Thank you.
Okay,
I have two quick things on this. Okay, one, I did not know how food opinions this company had. Like, I'm learning so much that just the potato course and the sandwich course has been off the rails. Like, wow, you guys, this is amazing.
Yeah.
My second note is this is the closest that this stream has ever been to our daily meeting.
Also, here's a Miami thing. Shout out to the Dale. I used to go get. I think Publix is a grocery chain. Well, it's a grocery chain there, but I think like the owner sucks. I think I'm not sure. So I feel bad shouting them out. But pub subs are a thing that I ate like almost every day for years. They're like deli counters, renowned for sandwiches. That's all.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it's like a Bay City style ritual, that's
it's not. It's like it's a grocery store.
But it became a ritual like Bay City's was to us, which is strong.
Okay, this is our last question.
Cool. Last question. Wow. Okay.
You want to talk about food? You're welcome, Joel's neighbors.
We can circle back on sandwiches. Joey T. Badger of the Sports Hub wants to know, dearest game band, what is your image of a perfect evening of self-care?
Sandwiches.
Yeah, we should order sandwiches.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was happy with the breakfast tacos. Why we gotta bring sandwiches into this?
Perfect evening of self-care. I draw a bath.
No, I hate baths.
And now I'm just hungry.
It's a big bath. It's a big bath.
Good.
And then I go get the bread and the lettuce.
Wait, does that go with the bath, or is this like a separate?
Let's have it.
Sandwich bit.
Wait.
Like a sandwich in the bath?
No one said sandwich. Okay,
operations. Okay.
Implied sandwich.
So you bring bread into the bath. Continue.
I eat the bread. Okay. Then I eat the lettuce.
What?
Then
Where did the lettuce come from?
When I got the lettuce.
So when you get out of the bath to go get the lettuce?
No, it's on the side of the bath. It's on the side of the bath.
Oh, okay.
I make a tray of sandwich materials. Mm-hmm. I get in the bath. I'm like relaxing. It's wonderful. Bubbles, all that stuff.
I don't like the baths. I'm just constantly like sliding.
No, Joel, go on.
You need to July those bath bomb things as well.
Keep going.
Then I push all the food into the bath, and that's it. That's self-care.
I just want to say.
Why does the food go into the bath?
You guys don't understand, okay?
We're nothing if not committed to a bit at this company. That's all I have. Okay, well, let's get back into sky's the limit. Okay, I want to air this out. I said sky's the limit during a meeting last week, and
You sure
did.
did.
It's your mistake. You shouldn't have said that.
We loved it. It was a great line.
Get it out. Finish. Yeah, I want to hear it.
And then for every single meeting afterwards, I've been asked to say sky's the limit again as the sign off.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, what is so funny about sky's the limit?
It's not
We're
funny.
thinking of hope. That's nice.
Feels good.
I felt like we established in the last meeting though that like the sky being the limit is actually more limiting than we think. Like it's why just the sky, Why is there a limit at all? I feel like it's
Sam, you weren't around for this meeting.
Yeah.
But, we all determined that
if any of this was about not requiring Elena to say sky's the limit every meeting, like I'm immediately.
No, we were just discussing how the sky may not in fact be the limit.
Yeah, like why the sky?
Okay.
Where does the sky end?
Okay.
Should we talk?
That's a good question.
We still have answered. Joel answered.
Oh, sorry.
self-care
Yes, Joel.
with soup, bath soup. Does anybody else have?
I have a real one for real.
Yeah. What's your perfect evening of self-care?
I turn on a YouTube autoplay YouTube playlist of just something I've seen before. I don't know.
Okay.
Anything I've seen before. I already know what's gonna happen, so I don't have to pay attention. But I have that on. I got a pint of Ben and Jerry's milk and cookies ice cream.
Okay.
And I'm playing a video game that I like.
What
So
video game?
probably either Persona or Mass Effect.
That's
Again, something
right.
I've already
We
played
knew what you
again.
were gonna say,
So
but yes.
so what happens is I don't have to listen to either. I can listen to one or the other and not listen to the other one to know, and I still know what's going on both because I've watched and played both, so I already know what's happening. Or Minecraft. Minecraft's the other one because it's easy to have something in the background. And then I do that for like 7 hours.
That's a long evening. It's a good one. I've had like 2 rituals during quarantine that are very different from each other. When I need like a good, relaxing evening, one of them take an absurdly long walk, just like for miles without even really thinking about where I'm going, and then I sometimes regret it when I look at the map and go, oh. And then the other one is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. That game has been such a absolute delight. I put that on, and then on my PlayStation, I put on like a very chill Spotify mix and just zen out to that for hours at a time.
It is zen. It is, like, game is
Very zen.
Yeah. What a good game. What a good game already, and then they made it good again, which I appreciate. Thank you for that. Self-care. I go to sleep real early. Self-care for me is going to bed real early and just not feeling guilty about it, right? Like not feeling guilty that I got into bed at 8 and then I can do whatever I want from bed. But like if I wish to fall asleep, I can, right? Right now we're watching Twin Peaks, and Twin Peaks is self-care for me. Like it is the pacing of it and the like the music and just the theming of it and how almost nothing happens in every episode is like so good for me and my like blood pressure. So I do a lot of that.
Yeah. Perfect evening, I'd want to like be like hit like a pool or a beach or something like that. Just like that would be nice. And then it's like watching something like either Twin Peaks, just which is like purely, or like Great British Bake Off has been like self-care over pandemic. Just people being like so nice, it's almost emotional terrorism because I don't want any of them to go away.
Yeah.
But
wait,
yeah,
Steven,
just
I have an important question. You hate baths, but you want a pool. Is that because of baths?
Wait, that is nowhere near the same. You swim in a pool.
Right, but you don't
in
like
a bath.
you
You
don't
just
like
like
floating in a
slip
bathtub.
lower into the tub.
So flotation is like the thing. Like swimming or floating is the thing.
Refreshing.
It's not the water.
You're just sitting there.
We're not gonna get into bath course as well here.
Yeah, I think we have different body
When does
compositions because I do not. I float in a bath. So.
when does a bath become a pool?
When is big enough to
size?
you have to do it. You have to be able to do at least one stroke of a swimming.
Okay, you need to be able to like a lap has to be possible.
No, just one stroke because there's those lap pools or those like constant swimming pools.
That's not
the ones that like they blow water towards you so you can like swim. Those count as pools, in my opinion.
Most pools are too cold for me. I need it up. Like I need it too high for body temperature.
That's just
I need to come out of there with
a hot tub. You're discovering a hot tub.
Yeah, when is a bath a hot tub?
Hammock too would be really nice. Somewhere involved in this.
But I have a fear of hot tubs because they're basically just like pools of bacteria.
Bathtubs.
That's the same as a pool.
No. Oh yeah.
It's the same. They are the exact same.
No, I
just
also
different temperatures.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Steven, would you say like you like to go to the beach? Would you say sometimes there's food in the ocean?
Uh-huh.
I think we have very similar images of a perfect evening of self-care. I just want to point that out.
So thank you to everybody for we're sorry for all of it.
This is basically what happens every day for us.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Thank you, for all the support, for everyone who submitted questions. Hope everyone's having. Yeah, thanks to Joel's neighbors.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Hopefully everybody's had a refreshing off season. We're excited to come back. We had a lot of stuff planned.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
And Joel,
we don't have any cool like garages take over this time. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. Joel, good luck checking every single cable on your setup.
No, I would like to announce this will be my last time running the stream. It's been nice. It's been
We need someone
wonderful.
with a Windows machine to do this.
So
Wow, sneakers. You feel the way you look the way I feel.
it's
Sneakers.
sneakers. Oh.
Sneakers is running it next time.
Yeah, please, Sneakers. Sneakers would be better at this than me. So, oh, Felix, could you pet? Could you? Yeah. Oh. Oh.
He loves this. I know it's weird, but he does love it. Would you like to know?
So anything we want to, I don't know, tease or anything like that? Blaseball season 15 coming
I don't.
Monday,
Lindy, to a web browser near you.
11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific.
We patched Jordy's soul. You probably heard about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
like a week ago.
You can go check Chorby Soul's page now without it breaking your machine.
There's my patch notes for the off season.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing else really
Thanks.
exciting happening.
Thanks for bearing with us on the
Thanks
audio.
for tuning in.
Yeah. What a great
I'll
time.
figure out a better solution next time. Sorry, Joel. Thank you, Joel. Joel's doing
Thank
a
you,
great
Joel.
job.
Thanks, Joel.
No, Joel's doing a bad job for that soup thing.
No, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And we're.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we're out of here. This is over. Yep.